I say again, Nigel, I have never experienced anything like it before.
Oh, well, Peter, that's life.
I would have said it was more correct to say that's death, quite honestly.
I would just forget about it if I were you, brother dear. Old Sid Benmarsh is a lord himself. We have other fish to fry, or should I say other bodies to bury or burn.
His brother's body aside, he has got rather an expensive coffin in his possession, which he hasn't as yet paid for.
Look, don't worry about it. I'm popping over to see him later.
To present him with the bill?
No, well,
Nigel, we shouldn't let him get away with it. After all, what does he intend doing with Len's body? Ask another funeral director to take over from us?
I had no idea. Look, I'll speak to him and offer to charge him just for the coffin.
What? Oh, for goodness sake. What about all the work you did on him in here? That wasn't cheap. You can't just let that tight old devil get away with it. You'll still have to pay another funeral director in the end to finish the job off.
Oh, stop nagging, Peter. It'll do no good. Let me talk to him this afternoon and I'll sort something.
You better had. Because if we carry on like this with future customers, we'll be bankrupt in no time at all. Good afternoon, Mr. Benmarsh.
Oh, 'tis you. I was expecting that brother of yours.
Nigel's busy. He has other business to deal with.
That don't surprise me. What do you want, then?
To ask you about all that business at the crematorium yesterday.
Nothing to discuss, but I have got something for you over in the barn there.
Ah, perhaps you've changed your mind and that your brother's cremation can continue.
You must be joking. As I said yesterday, I ain't paying you a penny. Anyhow, 'tis all sorted. And you can take this away with you. Ain't needed no longer.
The coffin? Good grief. So who's taking your brother's body?
That's for me to know. Now you take this back.
Well, I can't immediately, Mr. Benmarsh. I'll have to go back and fetch the hearse.
Well, do it then, 'cause I wants this gone. Don't give a very good impression, do it?
I presume it is empty.
What do you think?
All right, I'll fetch the hearse, but... Well, I'm just curious as to what has happened to the body of your brother.
Tain't your worry any longer. Just go and get that hearse and get this thing gone out of my way.
Have you actually checked inside?
Yes, I insisted on looking inside before Sid and I put it into the hearse. It is definitely empty.
Oh, well, that's something. At least we can draw a line underneath that. Put it down to experience.
You might, Nigel, but I can't. There's something not right about Sid Benmarsh and this business with his late brother.
Leave it, Peter. Whether there is or isn't is nothing to do with us. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Now, I won't be settled until I found out what has happened to the late Len Benmarsh.
Look, if Sid won't discuss it any further, then believe me, you will just be hitting your head against a brick wall.
And talking of hitting heads, that injury we noticed at the back of Len's when you were treating him in the mortuary. Are you really satisfied with Sid's explanation?
I see no reason why not. All sorts of accidents happen on farms. You would just not believe.
No. And that's the problem, Nigel, my dear brother. I do not believe. So tomorrow I'm returning to the farm to make further inquiries.
Good afternoon, Aunt Nesta.
Oh, well, I'm blessed. They're right. I must have nodded off.
You did. I've been here a couple of minutes.
I'm getting as bad as old Mr. Benson there. All he ever does is nod off in the chair. I wouldn't mind, but his constant snoring drives me mad. But then I'm not alone.
It's quite natural. I do it a lot at home.
Anyhow, to what do I owe the pleasure of my favourite nephew then?
I've been so busy doing Peter and Nigel's books for them that I haven't had much time to come and see you.
Always were good at excuses. Truth of the matter is, you were wondering if I was still here or whether the good Lord had taken me as yet.
Not at all. It's always a pleasure, so I apologise for my absence unreservedly.
Well, when I'm gone, you lot won't need to worry about me paying for the funeral. You'll all get what's in my bank account anyway. and that's how my will goes.
Aunt Nesta, I never feel comfortable talking about such things.
In fact, none of you'll need to worry about the money side of the business ever again. But don't go get any funny ideas, mind.
Oh, what's old Sid Benmarsh doing?
Oh, yes. Dunno. Wasn't that sad about his brother? What a way to go.
Ah, now you've hit on a sore subject.
Oh?
Doing Nigel and Peter's books is rather revealing. I'm afraid the company's not doing all that well. Not as many people are going for burial these days. But the cremations have also gone down. I'm afraid the books are not looking good. And old Benmarsh pulling out from us dealing with his brother hasn't helped.
Oh, I get it. You want me to put my hand in me pocket, don't you? I've got to pay for this place, you know. Homes like this don't come cheap.
Aunt Nesta, no. What I'm saying is that business has gone down unusually. I'm sure it'll pick up.
Well, let's be pleased for people that they're not all dropping dead. Mind you, when it comes to the books, I question Nigel and his goings-on.
Nigel is as concerned about it all as the rest of us. You've always had a problem with him, haven't you?
Some would say I've got good cause. Oh, Mrs. Vernon!
Oh, was that the new matron?
I don't think they call her that officially. Any chance of some tea? My nephew could do with one, and I'm sure I could.
Yes, of course, Mrs. Sturwood.
Thank you. Then, over tea, you can fill me in as to what you think is going on, or not, as far as the family business is concerned.
I've obviously chosen a bad time. Afternoon milking. Oh, Mr. Benmarsh!
What do you want again?
I just thought I'd pay you a visit.
Why, you can slit your rock, I'm busy. Gotcha! Go on, get inside. Get in that parlour right now. Go on. Rush.
I won't keep you, but I was just wondering about your late brother and the funeral that never was.
Got nothing more to say. All I want is me money back from you and that dodgy brother of yours.
We can't give it all back to you. There was the work Nigel did on his preparation and the booking of the crematorium.
I've sorted that. Paid him direct. So he wants that bit back from you. And the price of that coffin.
I'll have a word when I get back. All I wanted to do was find out what happened. Just curious as to which funeral director you may have used in the end. It's just that I know many of the local companies, and all have denied even knowing you, let alone doing the honours on your brother.
You've been spying on me? How dare you?
Well, you must admit, Mr. Benmarsh, that it's rather natural that we should be concerned. Business is business, after all.
You get back in that car of yours, turn around and drive out this farmyard. 'Cause if you don't, you might regret it.
Oh, right. Yes, okay. I'll leave you to your milking. Sorry to have bothered you.
And believe me, I never give idle threats.